and you're listening to 103.5 Sun, the Sunbury Community Radio Station.
Hello.
Hello friends, Bill Baker here, host of the Sunbury Real Estate Show, found right here on 103.5 FM Sun, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Hey, I'm not on the radio, I'm working with folks just like you to help them buy and sell homes. I'm proud to say that my team, the Baker Realty Group, has been helping people buy and sell homes in the greater Sunbury area for over 10 years. Information about buying and selling a home is available on my website, thebakerrealtygroup.com, on Facebook by searching the Baker Realty Group, or by calling.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
575-6731.
I just saw your name show
Now sit
up
back,
on what was
relax,
that?
and enjoy
Chris Storley is
the
gonna
Sunbury
have
Real
a-
Estate
Oh,
Show.
yeah, I'm not able to make that
Oh,
one.
darn it.
You buy the Baker
Those
Realty
are usually pretty fun.
Welcome to the Sun Prairie Real
Did you
Estate
send me
Show
that
with your
thing? I was
host,
thinking
Bill
about you
Baker.
when I saw it. It's okay. We
Forgot.
Okay. Hi, Bill. You can't hear me, can you? I just said hi.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Sunbury Real Estate Show. I'm your host, Bill Baker, and glad to be here with you. Halloween is sneaking in, creeping in, I guess is a better way of saying that. And I got to start the day off by doing this because I'm excited about it. Is that Bryce Hunter Baker came into this world this last week on the 14th. And my second grandson, so I'm tickled about that, and my son and his wife, Christopher and Crystal, the ones that welcomed my grandson into this world. So I'm very proud of them, very proud of them. I know, a proud papa.
That was the cutest picture, too. Was it a little pumpkin?
Yeah, my little pumpkin.
Adorable.
I know it. Isn't that something? Oh, turn my volume down, sorry. I should know this after so many times of doing it, stuff like that, but
Yeah,
you know,
it's okay.
I'll get there one day. One day
Excited.
I'll be able to figure that out. Hey, Laura and I started this show 8 years now with the effort of intentions of helping you in the way of buying, selling, or investing in real estate. It's all about you and what's going on. This is not a sales show. We're not here to sell you anything. It's not to sell you real estate. But to give you some ideas, input, insights on what's going on in the industry that can help you with that process and really make it more comfortable and take some of the stress out of buying or selling a home. Now, this morning, what we're going to talk about is the subject, should I have a home warranty? And are home warranties really worth it? Are they of a value? And to answer that question, we have the expert herself. She is amazing. The queen of BBB, Tiffany Schutlz is here from the Better Business Bureau, and we're going to talk about not only home warranties, but we're also going to talk about things around the house and all that. And don't forget, you can pull that microphone towards you with both hands this way. Both this way. Grab it this way. Up high.
It's early.
Up high.
Up high.
Now pull.
Pull. Oh,
Pull
okay.
towards you.
Okay, I got
See,
it.
look at this.
She got it.
Up and down.
Okay.
And Tiffany is not a stranger to the show. She, on this show, I think this is her first time on the real estate show, but she joins me the second Monday, I always say Tuesday, don't I? The second Monday of the month on Good Morning Sun Prairie for Breakfast with Tiffany.
That's right. We have a great time.
We do. We have a blast. You do a great job with that. But so let's kind of get started here a little bit. You're listening to 103.5 WLSP, the Sun, right here in beautiful Sun Prairie. We're part of the family of stations of the Sun Prairie Media Center, underwritten by those folks at the Bank of Sun Prairie, the Baker Realty Group, and of course Wintrust Mortgage. Glad to be able to do this. I know we're way over 500 shows, which to me is just amazing. I can't believe where time goes, Laura, in all this. But and that voice you hear, that is from the most amazing mortgage lender there is, the banker herself, the incredible, the all-knowing Laura Stanfield from Wintrust Mortgage.
He says that every time.
I know I do.
I stopped blushing a long time ago, I think. Like, it's embarrassing.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
What is going on with you?
With me
Yeah.
specifically,
As to-
or
Yeah?
Oh, I don't know. I
No?
got nothing.
Got nothing?
I got nothing. No, life is good. Sun's shining. It's actually beautiful. It's not raining.
Are you
It's
avoiding
cold.
the question that everybody wants to know?
What's going on with rates? What's going on with mortgage rates, right? They're not great. Not great.
Really?
Nope. Yeah.
7.5?
You know, I sit and I listen to, you've heard me say this before, I follow a guy named Barry Habib that
Uh-huh.
has MBS Highway. MBS is mortgage-backed securities. Okay, so that's what we follow because that's what determines what's going on with first mortgage rates. What's happening in the market might be a different thing. It might follow, it might not, but we're concerned with bonds and these things. So I listen to him. And he really digs into the data, like what's the core inflation rate, what are the jobs numbers, what's projected, housing, rents, like what are all these numbers that play into it. And I'm like, you know, the numbers are the numbers, but the Fed really hasn't paid attention to the numbers since the beginning of the year. So what's the point of diving into all the numbers? Because for us as professionals, it's supposed to help us guide our home buyers and say, you know, this is what we're expecting, but nothing has followed what should have followed the numbers all year. So I sit and listen to him and I'm like, all right, it's my job to stay educated as a professional, but it's kind of all out the window.
Yeah.
Because the Fed's going to do what they're going to do anyway.
Flipping feds. Flipping
It's
feds.
just frustrating.
I tell you.
Because the inflation numbers are coming down, but yet, no, let's just keep, you know, stop for a minute,
Yeah.
take a beat and see, you know, I don't know.
You know, when I bought my first house in the year 2000, the interest rates were 8%. And I was super
We're getting
excited
there.
because I was a first-time home buyer and I got a
Yeah.
RETA loan.
Oh,
and I was able to get
yes.
a discount off of it.
Oh, wow.
So I'm
Yeah.
looking back, you know, 20 years, and I'm many houses down the road since then.
Uh-huh.
But 7.5 still seems like it's an okay
Thank
rate.
you.
If
Oh,
we
yeah.
look
Thank
at
you.
what we were paying back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It
Well, I
is.
paid 14.5% back in the 80s. My
Right.
first place on 66,500.
Yeah.
We're just very spoiled from the rates that we've had the last 20 years.
And COVID really was an anomaly. Rates should never have been that low, but that's our benchmark. No, they shouldn't have. It was just because of what was going on at the time.
Don't ruin a good thing. Don't
Look
take the
what-
fun out of it.
Look what that's done though. And I get it. If you're a homeowner and you locked in, and hopefully you did,
Yeah.
at 2 or 3%, who the heck's going to want to get rid of that?
Yeah.
And then lock in at 8 and feel great about it? Nobody.
And that can be a difference of $1,000, $1,500 a month,
huge.
less buying
It's
power.
a lot. It's
Right.
a lot.
Yeah.
It really is. And so, yeah, so we're talking about, and I'm thinking about my mom selling real estate in the late 70s, and rates were in the, getting close to 20,
Yeah.
in the high teens. And you, and what you just said,
Mhm.
but we also have to keep in perspective what we're going to talk about, which is what the average price is, right?
Yeah.
And when you think about the price of homes right now,
Sure.
and those higher interest rates, holy cow,
Right.
it does make a difference. I
Well,
get
so
it.
you know, and so let's talk about that. I mean, we know that the prices of houses are continuing to rise, even with sales dropping the way they are. There are what appears to be more homes on the market right now. Don't forget there are ghost listings out there, and there are a lot of new construction that are not built, but they're listed on the multiple listing service. Those are called ghost listings. But what I want to point out here, and we were having some conversation, Laura and I can't remember who else we were talking about this. But what we want to share with you today is a thought, okay? Now, you can play with your numbers any way you want to on this, but this is what I just chose to do. And I wanted to show you what buying a house today is like, and then I'm going to tell you what it is 12 months from now, and give you an example of it and show you that it's a better idea to buy it today than it is 12 months from now.
The cost of waiting.
The cost of waiting, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Everybody went, I'm just going to wait till the rates come down. Well, you might as well wait because the cows ain't coming home, and
Yeah.
they're not. So you got to move on it now. You got to take the speculation in this. Now, here's what I did. Now, I tried to put a cute little video online on my Facebook page. It didn't come out the way I wanted it. It's cute, but the introduction and all that the way it was set up didn't come through, and my title didn't come through. But I'll redo it later today. But what it shows is, we've talked about this before. Marry the house, date the rate. Marry the house, date the rate. So here's the example of marrying the house. So if you went out today and bought a $400,000 house, your interest rate on your mortgage would probably be about 7.5%. It's just a hypothetical. Oh, that was a
You did it.
hypothetical
You did it.
number, and with a 30-year mortgage on it. Now, I pulled the numbers out. That does not include taxes
insurance,
and
mortgage
right, exactly.
insurance, condo fee.
So the number comes out to be $2,797 per month.
Ouch.
Today.
Sorry, what'd you say for down payment?
I didn't say any down payment.
Oh,
I just used it flat out.
that's just a flat out
yeah, yeah.
400 financing.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got it.
So $27.97 would be your monthly payment. Now you're going to wait a year. Okay. Now we know that property values are going up 4 or 5% almost per month, folks. Per month. I mean, it's crazy still because there's no inventory. That is the reason. And the demand is still strong. We see the demand out there. It's not as strong as we want it to be, but it's still strong. So if we took this 12 months later, and let's just say the price is $500,000. It's $100,000 more than what you could have bought it for today. The difference is it's a 5.5% mortgage, maybe. Could be 6, could be 6.5. It's going to be less than 7.5. We're speculating on this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can I get that in writing?
Maybe, I'm just saying. Speculate?
Okay.
Yes. Speculate.
No, I want you to put in writing that it's going to be 5 anything. Sounds amazing right now.
But if we did that at a 5.5% mortgage, at $500,000 at 5.5, 30 years, that's $28.39 for a payment. So you can buy it today or spend more next year. It's going to happen. The interest rates will adjust. They're going to adjust. They're going to come down. Absolutely going to come down. You know, as I told our buddy Aaron Longley when he bet me $20 that rates would be at 5.5% in December, I said, not a chance, buddy.
God, what was he basing that on?
And he's a world-class lender. I mean, he's good. I don't know. He's probably listening to somebody other than Barry Habib. I don't know.
Well, no, according to the numbers, they should be.
Well,
they're just not.
Well,
So.
yeah, well, the Fed.
Dang Fed.
Frickin' Fed. We'll call him FF. FF.
Okay, be careful, behave.
Oh,
right?
behave,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, look at the payment there. Look, there's going to be a higher price. You're going to pay more money for the sale price. I hate to use the word sale price. Your purchase price and your payment is higher. Going to be higher. So buy it today. Now, what's missing from this? Well, what's missing from it, Laura? In a 12-month period, what's missing?
Increased rate what?
Yeah, you got it. Come on. Equity.
Okay.
The equity you
I
gained.
try to read minds, I really do, but I'm just not always
You're on
good
your
at
phone.
it.
You're playing TikTok or something.
No, I'm not. I'm answering a client again. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Very little. Hello.
Come on, people need answers, you know. I do my best.
So if you bought that house for $400,000 and that house is worth $100,000, wow, that's a pretty good day. Pretty good day. If it's $50,000 more, that's a pretty good day, right? 10% would be $40,000, and we've talked about this. That's what we've been averaging the last few years.
Yeah.
So 10 to 440, I could take 40,000. Could you?
I could, but I'm a little worried because I have seen properties that were sold a few years ago that are being sold for less these
where?
days. And
Must be
Really?
they're kind of all over the place. They're the ones that were, I think it was because people way overpaid for them
Could be.
when
Yeah.
they shouldn't have, and now a few years later they were told you're going to get your money back, and I've seen them go 75 to 100,000 less than what they sold for a
What-
year ago.
okay.
And I'm an avid watcher of the real estate market, so.
I can tell.
And they're
she's an
not
investor
all the
also.
they're not all the time either, you know. But
Yeah.
you're just curious. It's like, oh, this looks overpriced, and then when you look at the price history, you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
you know,
They probably got
overpaid.
caught in a bidding war.
Yep.
You got to offer 50 grand over, you're not going to get it.
Yep.
That's the
Well,
kind of stuff that really worried me too.
You have to. You and I know each other really well. I might call BS. I might have to check that factoid.
Why?
I can show them to you.
Well, let's get it on, girl. Come on.
You know, I don't know if we can do this offline, and I can show
What?
you. Well, yeah, you know, I
can pull it
mean,
up right here.
you
Well,
certainly could.
Here's
Well, we don't
the
need,
thing.
That's not the subject of our show today. But
If you're gonna overpay because you absolutely love this house and it's worth it for you to do it, I guess just do it based on education and do it based on at least knowing at this point in time, I'm not planning on going anywhere, like ever. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna move again. But we know that can change.
stuff happens.
It does, and so that's where I wonder if some of these people are like, oh no, now I have to sell a year or two after I paid all that extra, and now I'm not going to get it back.
I think people were told, don't worry, you're going to get your money back.
Oh,
and
they were
in
told that. They should
some
be ashamed.
cases, I think that it backfired on them. I
So
mean,
you know
we're not
that-
talking about $5,000.
Yeah.
No,
We're talking about tens of thousands of
$100,000.
dollars.
absolutely. Some
Yes.
people paid crazy amounts. That actually reminds me of the housing crash situation where some lenders at the time were saying, don't worry if you pay, it's interest only. You don't have to reduce your principal because your home value is just going to continue to increase. Don't worry about it. Well, we know how that turned out.
Mhm.
Don't ever say things
Different
like that.
circumstances, though. Let's not scare people.
No, I'm not saying we're going back to that. I'm
Right.
saying it's the education on the part of the professionals that needs to be like,
Yes.
come on, be careful about what you say and what you
Yeah.
promise that we have no control over.
Including realtors.
Anybody who's
Absolutely.
a professional, be careful what you say.
And if a realtor made that comment, then you need to do something about it.
And we don't know what the situation
No, we
was.
don't
You
know.
know,
Exactly.
all we can do is speculate by the sales history, and it's like,
Hmm.
you know. And then you think about, okay, now you're priced $75,000 less than you paid for it. Now you have real estate fees on top of it.
Right.
What's it going
Yeah.
to cost you to get out of that house? Who wants to bring that amount of money to closing with them?
Ouch, that hurts.
So
Now
the-
you got me guessing. I mean, I'm so curious right now. I want to go down that rabbit hole because man, I track this stuff and I can't. Well, in Sun Prairie, City of Sun Prairie, I can't give you an example of that because there isn't one.
I
Well-
can give you one that I saw yesterday.
In Sun Prairie?
No, it was not in
It's gotta
Sun
be
Prairie.
Wanakee.
It is in Wanakee.
Well, that's the only
Yes.
Wanakee in the world, and that's why it's so unique.
It is, but
People should
it's,
move here.
It's kind of sad that this person is now, when you look at it,
Upside down?
they're probably upside down
Wow.
because they
wow.
bought a highly inflated house to begin with,
Oh
and
my
now they
gosh.
need to leave a year or two later.
I wonder where they're going that it's worth it for them to do that, you know?
You know, I
Do
mean,
you know this people personally? or-
I do not. I'm
Okay.
just I watch it every night, kind of
Okay.
just seeing what's out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I kind of really love watching that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And my husband and I kind of say, if we can find the right property, but
Yeah.
I'm just nosy
Yeah.
sometimes too. And
Well, you're
No,
curious.
you're tracking the market.
I-
That's an investor.
Yeah.
That's a good
I am.
strategy.
I'm
Yeah.
in tune with it, and I'm like, oh, this seems like really expensive. And sure enough, they bought it for more than they're selling it for.
You know what? If a
What
relo
month was it?
company,
It just went on the market.
Oh, it just went on the
It
market?
just went on the
In
market.
Wanakee?
Yep. So
so if you're being relocated with a company and you're working with a relo company, do they? I guess I don't know how that works. Do they cover potentially
What, a loss?
the gap? Yeah,
It depends on the relocation company. And
it's a very specific situation,
Yeah.
but it would hurt obviously a lot less if the relo company, if that's the situation, was paying your loss, not you. Otherwise, I don't know how you do it because you sell your house, but then you're going to buy another house. You have to pay to come to the closing to sell your house. So
Mhm.
where's your down payment on your next one?
right.
Or are you renting and then your rent payment we know is high?
So,
I have it right here.
What's the
Can you
street?
say the
The
address?
street is on Freshford Drive.
Freshford?
Freshford Drive. It was
Got
a
it.
new, it looks like a
New
newer
construction.
property.
1.1 million.
It sold for 1.2 on 4/21 of 22. It's on the market for 1.125.
Capital gains?
It's
Well, they
all-
won't have any if they're coming in at a
Oh.
loss.
It expired. Hang on. Sold for 1.2 million
Yep.
back in 22.
Yeah, and what did it sell for now?
It hasn't sold yet.
It's on the market.
It's active at 1.125.
Yep, and they lowered the listing price from 1.15. So they tried
did.
selling it this summer.
They expired it out. So it's been,
Oh.
and then rewrote it. Yeah. Let's.
So this is just an example I saw
That's a
last
great
night,
example.
but I've seen others here and there.
Yeah.
That people are losing money
Yeah.
on their homes. And you know, you don't know what the dynamic is at home. Are they going through a divorce?
Oh, maybe.
Are,
True.
you know,
true.
did somebody lose their job and they
Yeah.
can no longer afford the home? What is the situation at home?
Sure.
But you know, these people bought this house a year ago, year and a half ago,
Mhm.
thinking maybe, you know, oh, it's just going to appreciate in value.
Sure.
And then life happens. Things
Right.
change.
Things
and-
change.
Right. So, yeah.
Well, you know, what's interesting is that it was listed at $1,099,999, and so there must have been. I could go back on this.
$1.9 million?
No,
1.9?
$1,099,000.
Oh, okay. I got
It
it.
sold for 1.2, so there were competing offers. Probably. Oh, I guess I could look.
Who was the builder?
Hang
It's a newer home.
on. No competing offers, by the way.
Oof.
And it was built in 2018.
Oh, 18. So it's
Uh-huh.
at least a 2. Oh.
So it is a newer one. So the question, man, I have a lot of questions that we're going to take up our time
Why
doing all this
$1 million?
stuff.
Freshford.
You know, Bill, I find this interesting, and you know, this kind of shows the appreciation. This home was
Well-
sold in 2018 for $740,000, sold again in 2022 for 1.2. That person made $500,000 on this house in 4.5 years, 3.5 years.
Yeah.
That's a good
You know,
investment.
so you know,
Dang.
you're looking at this, and I don't know what the situation is. Like I said, I'm looking at data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know more about it because I'm surprised at I'm surprised at where it's listed actively right now. But we do know, because we have reported here on the show, that houses in that 400,000 and up, we're seeing asking prices drop, and they're selling less than the asking price right now.
Right.
But to sell less than it sold a couple of years ago, that's wild. Because there's 5 properties in Wanakee over $1 million, and so they're competing with some folks there, and but they're still sitting there. And some of these have been on the market. One of them's been on the market for 265 days. That's got to be a new construction. It is. And then one at 55, and the one we're talking about at 96 days. Completely different market than what we have here, because we have one house that's $1 million on the market, and they overbuilt in the area where they are, which is over by Laura's house.
And absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I mean, these are sporadic. You know, you see them here and there. There was a lower priced one. I can't remember where I saw it, but that one was a loss too, but not as big of a loss.
Wow.
So they are popping up.
So I tell you what, you've piqued my interest. I'm going to go back and do like a little analysis for next week and just see what's going on. I don't know of any in Sun Prairie, especially, and since this is really focused towards Sun Prairie,
Right.
That's what I do. But it'd be interesting. But again, I play with it once in a while and check people, and I can't find one. But it's probably out there.
Oh yeah, far and few between.
Yeah.
But it is possible.
So that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's $1 million house. So what's interesting is why they're pricing it to what? Here's my realtor hat being put on, right? Is why are they pricing it the way it is? Why aren't they? I would say at 1.2, 1.25, or something like that. $300 a square foot is 1.2. There's something going on here. Now I will tell you, Amy Lessing and Sherry Lessing, first top-notch realtors, and they are well versed in $1 million homes. Yeah. Oh, it's
That's who has it listed?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And there's also a disclosure. No, that's not it. Never mind. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading send all offers as one attachment. Oh. Okay, so anyway, there's something going on there. She knows that market better than I do, so it'd be interesting to maybe I'll give her a call and talk to her about that too.
And there's a lot of competition in that price range too. You
Yeah.
know, if you can afford $1 million, you can afford $1.2 million usually.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's where I was
So
going with that.
you got a lot, but in this
Yeah.
case, you know, somebody taking a loss, it's just hard to see that.
Sure.
It is.
It is. At any price, $1 million,
Right.
$2 million, whatever. It's-
Right, and were they misled? We don't know that.
Nope.
Right, and
Not
that
part of
bothers
those
me.
conversations.
That bothers me a little bit. Were they misled?
Right, we don't know.
No, we don't know. If any realtor, don't. They shouldn't be speculating on what you're going to be making in the next few years. They can give you historical data, tell you what those percentages are.
Mhm.
That's fine, but nobody can give you a speculation or should give you speculation. So
You know, I'd be afraid if somebody would tell me that my house is going to go up by 6 figures next year. I lived through 2000. Well, you know, I mean, you've seen things. I mean,
Yeah,
look at
I
this,
know.
Bill. I mean, three
I
and a half
know.
years. You know, I've lived through 2008. You
Yeah.
know, I've seen
Ditto.
things, and I'm a little bit more conservative. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to take it for what it's worth, but I'm not going to get myself into some type of financial position that the what if.
Wow. Well, here I'll share some transparency with you. So when my ex-wife and I, we bought the house, 7 acres, 5,000 square foot, 6 1/4 is what we paid for it. In 2011, going through all of that, we sold it at 450 because we couldn't sell it. I mean, there was that market shift there. So I mean, we're digging to find cash and all that to pay everything off and all that. But so we ended up with going short on that, and we put a ton of work in this house. It was beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful.
And it happens.
Yeah, my
You
dream
know,
house. But
like
you
I
don't think
said,
you're going to have a divorce,
life happens.
right?
You know, and are you prepared for that?
Right. And it's hard to bounce back from that too, by the way.
I
when
can
stuff like
imagine.
that happens. But divorce happens, death happens
Right.
all the time.
Job loss happens. I
Job
mean,
loss.
Right. I mean, it happens, and you know, are you financially prepared
Right.
for it to happen?
Hey, do you have? I didn't prepare you for this one, but do you get complaints about real estate agents?
You know, that's a really good question. So tenant landlord rights we do not handle at the
Okay.
BBB, but we do have accredited businesses who are real estate agents. So
Okay.
just as you would do your homework on any company, we recommend that you also do your homework on real estate agents and lenders. You know, Laura from
Ooh,
Win
those
Trust.
lenders, yeah.
They are an accredited business with ours, and they have been vetted by us. And you know, when you work and do business with her,
Sure.
she's going to do the right thing because she's held the high standards from us.
How do you vet a real estate agent? That scares me.
We vet a real estate
It
agent
does.
just like we would vet any small business.
How do you do? What's the vetting process then?
So the vetting process is a series of checks and balances, and we make sure that first of all the real estate agent is licensed and they're licensed appropriately in their field. As a consumer, do you know where to look? And do you know what they're required to be licensed in? Do you know where to look if they have any delinquent tax warrants or if they have any government actions against them? Do you as a consumer know that?
Wow.
At the BBB, we do the homework for you, and we make sure that we check all the boxes, and we can give our seal of approval to the consumer that this person has been checked out by us, and it's a trustworthy person to do business with. They have a good reputation, and there's reduced risk when you use that individual.
So how does a realtor go about getting vetted by you guys?
I would think it'd be the company, but it is the individual realtor.
It can
Could
be
be.
the individual realtor,
Okay.
You know, especially if they have their own legal entity.
Sure.
And it's an online application that you can fill out online, or you can work through me and do it.
Okay.
And then I take the information and I send it on off to our research department.
Mhm.
And our research department does all the vetting, all the background checks.
Okay.
And then they give me either the green or the red light for me to reach out again to the person who applied for accreditation and go ahead and welcome them to our trustworthy community. So there is an investment involved, and the investment actually supports everything that we do at the BBB. We
Okay.
are a nonprofit, non-governmental organization. We receive no federal funding, so all of our funding comes from the support of our accredited businesses who believe in the accreditation program and facilitating ethics in the marketplace.
What's the investment?
It depends on the size of your company. If you're just an individual with one location, that's $545 a year, and we do have budget-friendly plans to make that easy on your cash flow.
That's less than the Chamber of Commerce.
It's very similar, if not less.
Oh my gosh.
So
And so a business would want to.
No, it's more than the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber's less than that.
it depends
Chamber is
on
less, yeah.
the chamber.
$195 for me as a single member for a chamber.
It depends on the chamber too.
Okay.
So, you know, some chambers are more. If you have a larger company, we have
Yeah.
a tiered dues schedule that it could be more. You know, I was just working with a few businesses this morning, 265 employees, 160. Their dues are significantly more. But for the sole proprietor or anyone with 1 to 9 employees with only one location, we're looking at $545 a year. And, you know, that supports us to do all the good that we do in the marketplace too.
Wow.
And you want to be out there because a lot of people are savvy enough, right? And they go online because they want to know. So, and I didn't know this was something that you introduced me to, but that we can encourage people to go out and give us reviews on BBB. So there's a link that you can send out to your customers, clients, whatever you.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, Bill, a BBB review is different than any other review in the marketplace.
How so?
Tell us more.
So BBB reviews are vetted by real people, and they go through a process. If we see a dozen reviews come in and they're all along the same lines and they came in and within 2 to 3 days, but this person has never had a review before, we're going to reach out to the company, what's going on. There are businesses who will hire digital marketing agencies to write reviews for them across multiple platforms.
Oh my gosh.
You cannot do that on BBB. Only customers who have had an interaction with that business owner are able to leave reviews for them. So they are vetted real reviews on BBB.
Huh.
And we always say, when you do your homework, check BBB first. If you
Right.
can't find any information on a company, you might want to think twice.
Well, is that because they haven't paid the price to be vetted or considered?
Nope, every company can be listed on BBB. You
Okay.
don't have to be BBB accredited. But if you're not BBB accredited, it'll let the consumer know that you're not BBB accredited. But it's a good starting point for you to do business with a company. Now, if you're a business owner, you're not listed on BBB, we don't have information on you, reach out to us. You can do that by filling out the form online, or you can give me a call. Happy to set you up with a business profile. It's all free information for you. And, you know, if that company isn't BBB accredited, we encourage you to do more homework. See what you can find out about the company. If they are BBB accredited, we have done the work for you.
So when you say that the reviews are vetted, did you say what that involves? How do you find out for sure that it was somebody who actually used the product or service, that it's legit?
They go through a process, and ultimately they come to somebody to review as well.
Okay.
If there's a business owner that reaches out to us, now remember, they are held to high standards. Tell the truth is one of our 8 standards of trust. They can reach out to us and say, I've never heard of this person before. We will not publish a review that it was not a real interaction.
Okay.
I've had so many business owners tell me, you know, Tiffany, this is just the easiest process. I have reviews out there on Google I can't get taken down, other reviews that they're not mine, but they hit my Google profile anyways.
Yeah.
At BBB, you have a person who is working directly with you. You've already pledged our 8 standards of trust to do the right thing. You're a trustworthy business. We're expecting you not to lie to us when you come and say, hey, this isn't mine.
Yeah.
So,
And then you can handle that, because some of the social sites, you're right, it's hard. You can't get it off there. But at the coffee chat, there was a new guy there that was talking about this very thing. And it's okay if we were talking about, like, if you get all 5-star reviews, do people kind of not trust that? Like, that's not, who's perfect? Nobody. So it's actually maybe beneficial if you get, 1 or 2 not so good ones. It's all in how you respond to it.
and we always tell consumers, just because they don't have 100 5-star reviews, if they do have 100 5-star reviews, that should be a red flag, because nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
And I actually have an accredited business owner. I met with him last month. He goes, Tiffany, he goes, my worst review gets me so much business.
Oh yeah.
Because of how he handled it.
How I handled it. People
Yeah.
call me up and they say, they say, Jonathan, I'm so impressed with how you handled this. I want to do business with you.
There you go.
When I've
Yeah.
had people ask me for references, I will give a bad reference. One that I've had. Now, when I say a bad reference, it's that it just didn't gel. We didn't gel together. And so the relationship, the listing ended. We decided to agree to end the contract. But I don't have a problem with that, because again, it's how you handle it, and if you can explain it. I mean, it wasn't a bad thing, it's just like when you don't gel. I've just looked myself up. I have NR. No reports or nothing like that.
So let's talk about that. There's probably a missing piece of information that we don't have in order to be able to issue you a rating. It may just be a data quality thing, but we can certainly, take care of that for you. And there is some missing information that we have. And if there is another business out there, anybody that you listening, you see something with an NR out there, feel free to reach out to me directly, and I'll take a look and try to help you out there.
Of course, I'm doing Laura now.
Do you want me to share the story that I had for you, where the BBB actually helped me personally?
Absolutely.
So I, keeping it short, it was really, it was a like an HSA card, and I went to use it, couldn't use it because they were issuing new cards. So I called this company. Of course, I searched them out. Like, what are your reviews? What are you people about? Because I was getting really bad service, awful. They said
HSA, home.
a health savings account.
Oh, I'm thinking Home Services of America.
No, that sounds good. But no,
I'm a
this
real
was-
estate guy, you know.
So, yeah, they just kept telling me, like, the card's in the mail, and it was insane. It went on, I'm sure, 6 weeks, and I'm like, I need my card. It's our money, right? Just send me the flippin' card. So they wouldn't. And I tried to talk to a supervisor, like, just tried to run it up the chain, like, I need this card. No, they didn't care at all. So I'm like, fine. I went on BBB. I submitted a complaint about their customer service. Boom, I got a call immediately. First of all, you guys responded right away. And then I don't know if your process is you reached out to them. They somehow knew it. They saw it. And somebody called me right away, and I had the card a day or two after that. They overnighted it to me, but before they told me that wasn't possible. BBB gets involved, I get my card.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that story. We have 2 women in our dispute resolution department who are absolutely amazing and process 15,000 complaints just from businesses in the state of Wisconsin alone.
Wow.
So the company that you were referring to was out of state, so we sent that to our partners at another BBB who resolved it. But that's our process. It's super simple. It's an alternative to going to court. You simply go on to bbb.org/complaint, fill out the form, and bam, it gets sent out. And a lot of businesses don't want to be called out publicly. And the thing about your complaint is it got posted publicly on their bbb.org
That's why
profile.
they answered.
Absolutely. And now, it is a
Well-
50-50 chance. We're not always, successful. But it's an alternative to going to court. And I actually had a mom come up to me at my son's soccer game, and I think we had shared this situation too. But we're getting to know each other. She asked me who I work for, and I told her I work at the BBB. And she's like, you know what? She's like, you guys help me out so much. She goes, I've had so many problems with this refrigerator that I purchased. I've been working with the company 9 months, never got anywhere. They owed me hundreds of dollars. She goes, I submitted a complaint through BBB. She goes, and bam, I got my check. She goes, my only regret is I didn't do it sooner.
I
Wow.
know, right? Yeah.
So,
Well, there you go. That gives you the answer of what you should do.
So our process works, and we're not able to do that without the support of our accredited businesses. And for all of the accredited businesses that are out there, thank you. We're really help consumers with your support.
Yeah, it really is important. We don't know who we can trust sometimes. We go by referrals of people that we know, like, and trust if we don't know ourselves. But what if you don't know anybody? What if you're new to an area? Whatever the deal is, BBB is a huge resource for that.
And even when you get that referral, check them out anyways.
Yeah.
There's so many situations I hear about. There's a real estate agent on the other side of town, and he was consistently referring a solar company. Things got bad between the partners. They had a fallout. He decided to use this solar company. Had purchased a new home, wanted solar panels, put a down payment down, paid it on his credit card, thankfully. Lost $27,000 in the process. Think
I
about
have
if
goosebumps.
that would have been one of his clients, how
Oh,
that
yeah.
could have gone wrong.
Sure.
Long story short, because he put it on a credit card, he did end up getting his money back. He acted very quickly on it, but he was just extremely upset at himself because here he's referring out business, never
absolutely.
thinking that, hey, I should check. So I always say if you have a bunch of referral partners that you work with, maybe do a quarterly check on them. Things change regularly.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time about Laura. I mean, Laura and I have been working together for so long, but I do check her. I mean, what I mean by checking her is I already know her service, and it's been A1. Rates, a lot of it's the rate. That's where you get started, and so I'm telling people, I don't think you've ever been beat on a rate.
No,
Your
I mean,
service
not
has
if
been
you're legit
fantastic.
about cost to get the rate.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Be transparent.
Well,
That's all.
in real estate, the person that gets the question quite often on anything is the lender, home inspector, home warranty is the realtor. And
Yep.
yeah, we're basing that on our experience. And usually I know when something's happened, and then I jump all over it, especially if it's like a home warranty thing. And they'll say, well, they're not responding to us or something. So then I get on with the representative. I won't work with a home warranty company that I don't have a direct interaction with somebody that can pull some strings. And I've gone through several of the different companies because I've seen a progression of change, and I want the folks that are getting the warranty, that are buying it, if they're buying it, to have what's going to benefit them the best.
Claims that are actually going to get paid.
Correct. Sometimes it's not the cheapest, but they get maybe a higher claim limit, or
They cover more,
right.
maybe,
They cover
or
less.
some are 13 months, not 12 months.
Right. Well, that's one of the
Has
things
that
that's
become more
happening.
common?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this a little bit, and then we're going to get into, there is a scam with home warranties. It's not really about the home warranty. They're using the home warranty as the scam.
You're right.
So, but
Oh,
home
what is
warranties, let's talk about this for a second. A home warranty is a piece of, what do you do? When you purchase a home, you actually don't even need to buy a home. You can call any of the home warranty companies and you can get a policy for your home right now. I'm going to tell you this, there's a difference in pricing on a retail home warranty than when you go through a realtor. I guarantee it. I've seen all of these, and you'll see the ads on TV. Go to your real estate agent and talk to them. They don't get anything for help, promoting a home warranty.
But you might get a discount, or what?
It could be a different package. It's like
Oh.
progressive insurance. Check it out online and what you can buy online, and then talk to somebody like Matt Harms, and it's two different coverages.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little deceiving, I think. And so home warranties can be very deceiving also. It's almost like reading stereo instructions or how to set that damn clock on the VCRs that used to sit in mom and dad's house, and it was always flashing. Come on. Come on.
I can see it.
I told my dad, take a piece of black tape and just put it across it. Don't worry about that freaking clock anymore. But it is really that involved. And if you're buying a house and you're working with a realtor, yes, talk to them about who they would recommend for a home warranty, but then get into the details on it, and maybe look at a second one or third one. Because like I said, there's a bunch of them out there. But the realtor's going to know the bad ones.
The ones that don't pay, or
Yeah.
they're a pain.
Yeah, or they're a pain in the
Yeah.
butt. And so those are the ones that when I find out about them, I tell everybody how bad they are. But I'm also very open about telling people how good other companies are, because you want that. And then I'll stand behind it and to help protect them when something doesn't go right. And I will tell you that Terry and I have had a home warranty on our house with the same company since we bought the house. We just extended it for 3 years.
Oh.
on there, and did a 3-year extension, which was pretty good.
Even though they gave you a hard time with your refrigerator?
Yeah, well, it wasn't them giving us a hard time. Yes.
Okay.
But at the end, I mean, my gosh, look at the money we made. They gave us. Then they gave us $700 for food. But
Yeah.
it's not it's simple. The home warranty is not as simple as going, oh, my refrigerator went out, give me a new one. Because that's probably not going to happen. There are steps that you have to follow. And the steps are, first you have to call the home warranty company, file the claim. Then they're going to assign somebody to come out to repair or give information that would go either towards a replacement or they'll give you a payout. And in most cases they'll give you a payout and let you go buy your own stuff. But here's what you need to know. It's the coverages and the maximums that you are allowed per claim. Per claim. That's something that you've got to do your homework on, or at least rely on an expert to do that and to talk about it, because it can get frustrating. Now, we've had a refrigerator go out and we've had a dishwasher go out. Let me tell you the dishwasher story. and I'm patient, I think. But so our dishwasher went out about in May. You got that? May.
May.
Right? So about a week later, we had a guy come out. It's one of these Sears handyman or whatever that they have contracted with. The home warranty company comes out. He says, yep, here's your thing. The Kvitzit's not working with the doohickey and the thingamajig, but it won't work. I said, fine. He says, I'm going to have to order the parts and I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Well, 2 weeks turned into 4 weeks because the parts had to be brought in and they were not around. So knowing the supply chain issues, we stayed patient on it, and Bill was washing dishes at home. Thank God there's only 2 of us. I'm a dishwasher anyway. When I lived by myself, I never ran a dishwasher.
Because you use paper, right?
No, I use plates, but I use one plate, one bowl, one cup. I live by myself.
Sounds like a bachelor.
That's right. That's right. So then 2 weeks go by, and then all of a sudden, or 4 weeks go by, and now we're into June. Our wedding is coming up on the 24th. We're going to have a bunch of people over, and they said, well, those parts. Now we're getting into like about a week before our wedding. They say, oh, those parts are now obsolete.
Obsolete.
We can't get those parts anymore for a Bosch. I mean, it was crazy. And so now we're like, okay, now what do we do?
Get us a new dishwasher.
Right. I said, and they said, well, we're going to do a payout.
Oh.
And so then it took another couple of weeks. Sorry. Every single time in the show. That's hilarious. I should come in here just to go on the air and people.
And
just
then the
call
phone
me.
will, yeah, right.
Selling houses.
It's a good
left and
idea.
right. You get a house. You get a house. Well, just somebody call me.
Just this is your new office.
Yeah. So to make a long story short, we got our dishwasher 2 weeks ago.
A new one.
May.
Brand new.
It all started in May.
Yeah, but here's the rest of the story: is we went and we bought one. Okay.
Did you get a Bosch?
No, we didn't. We bought a Whirlpool.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I have a KitchenAid. I've been very happy with it.
I think we bought.
I had a
Whirlpool.
KitchenAid. It lasted a
I
long
think
time.
KitchenAid and Whirlpool are the same. I found out that some
They're
of these
both
are the
good.
same.
Yeah, I can't
Oh.
remember whose brand is whose,
I
but
know.
we're 10 years in, and knock on wood, I load that puppy up and
Ours
turn
lasted
it on.
11, and I hear that they're pretty much throwaway these days, and that it's a good one if it lasts 8 years. So, yeah,
Okay.
KitchenAid's good.
So here's the rest of the story. So okay, now the home warranty's paying out. That's fine. Now we went to Grand Appliance. We looked at Costco. Costco didn't have what we wanted, so we went to Grand Appliance. We found one. Grand Appliance, they're all happy to help us. 2 weeks for delivery. We get to the 2 weeks part. The guy says, can't deliver it this week. It's going to be another 2 weeks.
Jeez.
What do you mean? We got to have this thing.
You come to my house and wash dishes then.
And then what happens is we get to the 2 week part, and the guy's supposed to be there on a Monday, and calls on Sunday. Well, I can't be there next week, and we're like, whoa, stop this! And I've never seen the blonde, that Terry, get a little angry.
Did she get
at me.
mad?
Oh, she
She
did.
doesn't usually get
Well,
mad.
She gave some attitude. It was good.
Nice.
I'm
Go
like, wow,
Terry.
you go girl.
Woohoo.
And so we got it done. So started in May. We got the dishwasher 2 weeks ago in October.
Good Lord.
So I have a few questions about that. Now, home warranties, how much do you typically pay for them per year? I just have a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
You can have, it depends, and here's the thing, they have different levels of purchasing you can do on this. We have 12 minutes to go. So you can buy one for, let's say, $500, $495, and sometimes
That's base though.
Yeah, it's
isn't
a
it?
base one, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't cover everything. There are 2 types. There's the seller home warranty, and there's a buyer home warranty. Sometimes the seller home, oh, Laura just did her, what?
Oh wait, I was wondering. I think I might know the difference. Go ahead.
Okay, well
Yeah.
here's the difference. A seller home warranty is if you have your house listed, you put the home warranty on as a seller. Okay, what that does is now you're covered during that time while you're in that home during the selling process. So let's say that your refrigerator goes out, then they're going to address those concerns while it's in the sale process. Or you can, which by the way, in most situations, the seller coverage does not equal the buyer coverage, like a dishwasher or a washer and dryer. If I look at UHP here in town, the Madison company, they don't, even in their top programs, they don't cover wine chiller, washer, dryer, or jet bathtub.
Washer dryer, really?
If you're in the seller category.
you're in the seller.
But if you
okay.
do a buyer side, it's covered. It's covered. So there's
Okay.
2 types of warranties. But agents need to know that. Because a washer and dryer will go out during that selling time.
Murphy's Law.
Same price, same price. There's not an upsell on any of those.
Okay.
But, so you can go anywhere from like $495 for a home warranty up to $1,000
Per year.
per year.
Per year.
Per
Okay.
year. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a nice range. I have UHP and I have Choice Home Warranty here, and they're similar. They're very similar. I don't have a price.
Aren't there usually 3? I feel like I hear 3 most commonly.
Who's that?
UHP,
Choice.
Choice, and what would be the third?
Universal.
Yeah.
I thought I brought the price.
So my question here, Bill, so
Yeah.
you're paying out, you know, you could be paying out $1,000 a year, and it goes 3 years, okay? And at this point, you have a $3,000 investment already.
Right.
For example, your dishwasher,
Uh-huh.
okay? You didn't have the opportunity to research the person that they sent, so they contracted with another company,
Correct.
right?
Mhm.
Right.
So if you would have had your own opportunity to contract with a company, could have you gotten those parts to fix that dishwasher? Maybe they were able to source it from somewhere else.
Yeah, great question.
That's
You
a
know,
really good
I
question.
mean, I can tell you that I hired a garage door company to come out, an accredited business, Dan's Janko Garage Doors. He's amazing. And our garage door wasn't working. And something fried in the unit
Yep.
on the ceiling.
The Gavitza.
Yeah,
doohickey.
whatever it was.
Yeah,
It was on the
Thing on the
ceiling.
lobber.
And it was during COVID, and parts were hard to come by.
Yep.
And he goes, you know what, Tiffany? He goes, I am taking one down exactly like yours. He goes, it would just be trash otherwise. He goes, I'm going to take that part out of there because I cannot get your part. I'm going to put it in yours, and I'm not going to charge you a penny
I
for
like
it.
this guy. What's his name again?
Dan's Janko. I
Oh,
can
my
give
gosh.
you his-
Janko?
But see,
He's
you know,
local to Madison.
don't you
I'm gonna
love
call
that
him.
service above? I mean, oh my gosh.
Above and beyond, and I've
Yeah.
called him
Right.
multiple other times. He is my guy. A friend of mine had used him. Tiffany, I had amazing service from him. He's an accredited business. He's trustworthy. He's honest. He does the right thing. And that situation was, he could have charged me for the part. I would have been more than happy to
Yeah.
pay for it. But he's like, you know what? This is going to be just going to trash
But
anyway.
now you're referring him.
And I'm
everybody.
using him over and over and
Yeah.
over again.
Wow.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, but see, he took care of the Better Business Bureau lady.
He didn't know that I was BBB.
Oh, you
though.
didn't?
You
No,
were
I
just
mean,
a
when I
client.
hire contractors, I don't tell
You
them.
don't tell them? Oh,
No,
good for
because
you.
By
I
the
just
way.
I'm a
I
consumer
would've.
at
Yeah.
that point, and I might tell them I found them on BBB.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell them I'm your BBB girl unless if they can put 2 and 2 together most of the time. But
See you at a
know,
coffee chat or something. Yeah, maybe.
in your dishwasher situation here,
Right.
you know, how many, you know, much
Exactly.
money are you into it?
Sure.
You ultimately got a new one, but you waited 6 months, and
Sure.
time is money.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as a family,
Yeah.
I certainly
Yeah.
couldn't wait 6 months for a dishwasher. I would have been like, go buy me a new one.
Yeah.
You don't
Well,
remember back in the day when you had to wash dishes?
old-fashioned way.
Actually, no, I don't, because I grew up with a
What?
dishwasher.
You're so young.
Are you
I'm-
serious?
Yeah, I
She's
mean,
so-
Oh man, I feel old.
so,
Wah,
I mean,
wah.
my kids don't know what it's like to wash dishes.
Mine do, because
Oh
I've been
my
without
gosh.
one for a while too. I'm like, well, you're gonna learn the old-fashioned
And
way.
don't put those skillets in the sink with the other dishes.
Why?
You do your dishes first, and then the pots and skillets. go.
Why?
Oh, they
They're
all go
greasy.
in. Oh, I rinse
Use
them out.
Dawn
Oh, in the dishwasher, you mean? No, I'm talking about
in the
uh,
sink if you
in the
hand
sink.
do it.
Oh, okay.
And never, and you got an iron skillet, and it doesn't get soap at all.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
No,
that
we
one I
cured
wash my
that.
hand. But
That
you
one
know,
bugs me.
that Dawn
Yeah.
spray is great.
Yes.
The Dawn
Awesome.
Power Wash.
Dawn's
That stuff.
amazing.
Yes.
The home inspector that he refers said he was joking, but he's like, I was going over something and he's like, we'll use, you know what, now that I think about it, if I ever lost an arm, I think I just put Dawn on the end of it and it would grow back.
Ah.
Dawn is versatile, it does everything.
Yep, and
Tim
you
said
know,
that.
the Cascade dishwasher soap with Dawn, if you don't get it with Dawn, it doesn't clean as well.
Look at that.
Yep, and there's a citrus one, and then I think it's the orange cap and the blue cap, but it cleans just like Dawn. It gets
Interesting.
rid of the grease, and if I use any other dishwasher soap, like it
It's
just
not
doesn't
the
clean as
same.
well.
Okay, and your dishwasher's lasted, so you know that it's not an icky
Right.
soap to put in there.
We're almost 10 years in
Wow.
Yeah.
with this KitchenAid,
KitchenAid.
so
Yeah,
Well, we decided to extend the warranty because an older washer and dryer, so it's about 10 years old for the washer and
and
dryer.
that's several grand, right, if you had
Exactly. And then
furnace, AC.
you never know, furnace and air conditioning. I know of situations on new construction where AC's gone out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of times that's covered under the manufacturer's warranty, but sometimes it's not. Your
Yeah.
home warranty
Mhm.
picks up what's not covered under the manufacturer's warranty.
And that's
It's
something
peace of mind.
you have to weigh too.
Yes,
is
you
the
do.
Is the value worth the benefit?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So planning ahead along that.
Mm-hmm.
But the things I want people to know is get the home warranty and read it. Now, if it's included in the sale, okay, fine. I mean, you're not paying for it anyway. But read the actual contracts because it'll tell you what's excluded and what's not excluded. I mean, there's a huge list of things.
I'll let you look at it.
And you know, when something goes wrong too, and you know, whenever you're buying something, I always read the fine print, but you know, you could be expecting it to be covered and then it's not, and you feel like it was just a scam.
Right.
You were duped.
Exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
we got 5 minutes left. I want to
Yep.
touch on the BBB scam alert. It's about a solicitation that looks like a notice about your mortgage, and here's what you need to know.
What?
So, you know, we see these come from different kinds of companies. This one is just playing off the home warranty. So, you receive a letter that appears to come from your mortgage provider. Why wouldn't you believe something that comes from your mortgage provider, right?
Yeah.
So, it's allegedly from the company's warranty department and claims that your home warranty must be renewed.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. It's not a home warranty, it's a solicitation.
Yep.
So you want to look closely at that letter. You want to read the fine print. It's made to look as if it's renewing your home warranty, but it's really not. So there's different versions of this. You always want to make sure that you read the fine print. You go to the source. If you receive any type of correspondence from your mortgage company or home warranty company, call the source up. Maura, if she's your mortgage lender, call her up. Hey, do you know anything about this? Call your home warranty company. If you would get something that's looking like it's coming from them, but you're not 100% sure, give them a call. Search it out. Watch for high pressure offers or threats. How many times have we received the auto warranty on our phones?
Oh gosh,
you know,
yes.
high pressure
It's a
sales.
joke, right?
You know, any professional salesperson is going to give you time to do your homework, answer any questions for you. If it's high pressure, you probably should look elsewhere.
Listen to your intuition.
Yep, absolutely. And if you're shopping for a home warranty, do your research. Your real estate agent is a great resource for you. BBB is a great resource. Really check all your, do your checks and balances, dot your I's, cross your T's. Make sure that you find the right thing for your situation.
Yeah.
Part of my closing part, when we're going to closing, is when a situation occurs, call me about your home warranty. Before when something happens, fridge, whatever, call me and I'll remind you, you have to file the claim. You can't go hire it and then they come
Let
in.
them come look.
They're not going to reimburse you for
Right.
that.
Yep.
It's going to cost you $75 for them to come out, for the home warranty company to come out, or the expert or the service person to come out. So just be careful with that.
And I want to add just really quick to what you said. There's been a scam going around about you have to pay extra for a deed or whatever after you close. It's totally not true. And this home warranty thing comes up a lot. So people are like, wait, I thought that was already... It is. You shouldn't have to pay for anything after closing unless you renew it.
Right.
But what I think people don't understand is that companies can go out and buy lists, right? They know who's gotten a mortgage recently. Even the credit reporting agencies are going to sell your information.
Yeah.
So you're going to get solicited left and right. There's nothing we can do about that. Always ask. Ask your lender, ask your realtor, check it out on BBB. Yeah, arm yourself with information. Don't just jump into anything.
So what I can tell you, in the houses, in this current house we've been in, the home warranty has paid for itself in each of the years that we've been in there.
There you go.
I've also had it when I lived on Wallingford. The air conditioner went out, and they paid for everything except for like a $30 part, which blew me away. I'm like, really? You're going to bust me for $30?
Still worth it though.
Right, exactly. It was a condenser part, again, to the doohickey thingamabob, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
And your realtor and your lender are partners for life. It's not once the transaction is done that you cut
should
ties.
be.
They're great
There for you.
resources,
Yes.
and you should be able to go back to them.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey, so Prairie, I hope we've given you an exciting show today, filled with information and
Lots of good
wonderful
information.
factoids. Tiffany, thanks for being in.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
See you on Friday, I know for sure, and definitely on the second Monday of November.
Actually, you won't see me on Friday.
Oh, where you going?
I am going to the Triad conference. We have a booth there.
Oh,
The triagram.
okay. That sounds important. I think
Wow.
it's a good excuse.
We
So-
should go too then.
Okay.
No. Well, then I'll see you in a couple weeks.
You'll see me early November.
Yeah, there you go. Love that. But
Okay.
thanks again, Laura. You're absolutely amazing. Thanks for everything you do.
You are. You both are.
Aw.
Thank you, BBB. You honestly helped me so much.
And when you have
Thankful.
questions, don't be afraid to reach out to Laura and I. See us at Buck and Honey's, Beans and Cream. Whenever you see us, we're available for you. And you guys do a great job of that, but we're always there to help give you some insights, information. There's no obligation, of course, and we're here to help you. So until then, we'll catch you back here on the radio next Wednesday. And the last word, go Cardinals.
Go
Wolves.
Cards. Yeah.
Playoffs this Friday on
Ooh.
K-Sun.
Nice.
Bye now.
So long, Sun Prairie. That was good. I need a garage door guy, so I'm gonna
You do.
look him up.
You do?
Yep. I will give you his info.
That would be great. Yes, because I had to have the driveway
Yeah.
replaced, and now we're seeing like the garage door has been off. So I don't think I need much. I just need it adjusted. And I called somebody, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not hearing back. Imagine that.
Dan is wonderful, and a
Oh.
friend used him. Garage doors is something my husband can't repair.
Okay.
We had another situation where it was fraying, you know, the line that
Mhm,
pulls the
yes.
garage door up, and we have a 12-foot door on our house, and if my husband can't get his truck out, you know, that's lost business.
Ooh,
And it started
yeah.
to fray, and I called him, and he was out there that night.